Welcome to this series on Studio 1.6. We're going to be taking a fresh look from the ground up, and for those of you who've worked with earlier versions of Studio One, you're going to notice some new improved features starting right here with the Start page. Now, when you first launch Studio One, this is the page that comes up by default, and I say by default because it can be changed for something else to happen. But this page is the central location for where you manage all your documents and device configuration and artist profile, and you get a news feed. And we have three basic types of documents that we work with in Studio One. We have songs, you'll see them here, and this is what we use to create, write, compose, and edit music. We have projects, and this is what we use for mastering, to string together finished mixes to master them for a CD or an album. And then we have shows, which are designed for live use, for triggering synths live and using backing tracks or playing live instruments with effects and managing set lists and so on for live shows. And we'll be spending most of this series in the song format where we create music. And of course, we have a recent files area here. Now, producers or mixing engineers working with different artists and clients can now, new in Studio One, create and manage separate artist profiles, and they're stored in an artist profile preset. And we get to that area here. And you can do all this from the Start page, but you can also go in once you're within Studio One past the Start page and edit these, but this is a good place to start. So I'm going to create a profile for myself. I'm just going to drag and drop a picture on there, and it's asking me if I want to resize it, and I'll go yes, and it's got my name because that's who this version is registered to. And I'm going to type in genre. It's going to type in jazz and pop. And then we can optionally link to a website. Now here, I've got this X if I want to get rid of that and remove the image. And I got this drop-down menu, which shows me where the demos and tutorials are on the hard drive in my user folder, Documents, Studio One, Demos and Tutorials. It's going to click Cancel. But here's the new part where this is the profile I've just created, and I can go Add Artist and then create another profile. Now, the advantage of these artist profiles is that they include the name, genre, and website in the image, but the information is also automatically embedded as ID3 tags when we export a mixdown, when we're exporting to any of the compressed audio formats like MP3 or MP4 and FLAC, so useful for that metadata. Now, there's also a new restructured new document window here. We use this to open existing projects from here if they're not in the recent files list. And here's a new join button for connecting with Presonus Sphere and collaborating with other users. Now, when we press new, we're going to get the new smart templates that are provided in Studio 1.6, and they're great for essential workflows like basic recording, mixing stems, mastering an album, or you can simply play an instrument, or you can also use them for creating a podcast or preparing or rehearsing and performing a live show. And we have user templates and the factory smart templates. So these are completely unique in the way that they combine a basic set of pre-configured tracks and channels with a customized user interface. And that's also new in Studio 1.6, where you can customize what's visible. And it'll also even automatically download required content. And there's even step-by-step tutorials, and some of them like this you'll see include a drop zone for importing files, so that will open up a basic Studio One song. This will open up a project for mastering. This will open up a show. And here's just to play right away. It'll call up a synth, and again, download content if necessary. I'm just going to click OK. I'm not going to go through all the fields, but just to show you, I can right away get a tutorial showing me important areas. It's highlighting, click there to open up the instrument. Just a step-by-step simple tutorial. Click there to change the preset on the instrument. Check there to make sure your external device is configured properly. And you can import backing tracks, and you're ready to play. And so on. I'm just going to hit Command W to close the document without saving anything. We're back to the Start page. Now here, another new feature in recent files, we can pin these if we want to get specific files pinned to the top so that they always appear here. And this is great when you have a long list. And of course, right now I don't, so it's not critical, but we can pin files. And then we can also create folders to better organize the songs, projects, and shows that we're working on. So welcome to Studio 1.6. In the next video, we're going to continue on the Start page and look at configuring our audio and external devices. We'll continue with more in the next video.